So this is chapter 1, section 2, problem number 20. I've recreated the graph here so you can see and help determine whether the value of the given quantity exists in these quantities. And if it does, we find it. If not, we explain why. So on letter A, it's finding f of negative 2. So you'll go and see where x is negative 2 here. And since it is an asymptote, that means there is no point associated with it. So that answer would be does not exist. On B, you have the limit of f of x as x goes to negative 2. So you see where x approaches negative 2 from the right and from the left is not the same point. Because it increases or decreases without bound, it would also not exist. On C, you're finding f of 0. So you go to 0, the x value of 0, and you find where the point is. And it'll be right here since it's a solid point. That means it is where the y value is. So that you can see is 4. So f of 0 will equal 4. On D, you have the limit of f of x as x goes to 0. And you can see as x approaches 0 from the right and from the left, they're approaching at different y values, so that also means that the limit does not exist. Next, on E, we have f of 2, so you're going to go to the x value of 2 and try to find the point there. Since this is an open circle, that means it is not a point, so there's no point associated with the x value of 2. No y value associated with the x value of 2, so that would also not exist. Next we have letter F. It's the limit of f of x as x goes to 2. And you can see from the right and from the left, the x approaches this point right here, and this point will be 1/2. The y value will be 1/2. So that is your limit. On G, we have f of 4, and so then you will find where which x value, the x value will be 4, and you will find which y value corresponds with that. And as you can see, if the x value is here, the y value right here will be 2. So that's your answer for G. And then for H, finally, we have limit of f of x as x goes to 4. And as you can see right here, coming from the right and from the left, they are both increasing without bound. Although there's this point here, it doesn't matter for the limit because it's not approaching that point from both sides. So H would also not exist because both sides increase to infinity without bound.